Hello, beautiful kindred souls, and welcome to my crafting corner. Back with another video for our Halloween mini Lapbook journal. So we pulled the shell together in the last video, and in this video we are going to pull together the topper piece that is going to decorate the cover. All right, so I have pulled this together. This is just a little topper template that I like to use. Okay. This does hold two, so I will make two, but obviously the final is just gonna be one, but it could either be used for another project, the second one, or it could be used inside the journal to decorate it in some way. I just mounted the print off. I just mounted the printout on to some brown paper bags to give it a little bit more stability. Certainly can just do the backing page, which is the biggest. This is the backing page. I could have just mounted that on paper too, but I just did the whole sheet. I don't know why. Probably because I wasn't really thinking, but that's okay. Make it work either way, anyway, all the ways, you heard? Okay. All right, so these are our two backing pages. Right, these are our two like kind of focal points. And then we've got some accent pieces, which I think this one goes this one goes with that one, and then I think that swaps, maybe not, I don't know. Maybe that, I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'll use whatever feels right in the moment anyway. Okay, so we're making something like these. These are obviously a different theme, but conceptually, this is what we're gonna pull something together like this. And again, they could, you know, the intent is that it's used for the cover, but it could also be used for other places and spaces inside of your journal. Now this is obviously gonna look kind of big, you know, like that one there. If that's the one I choose. Do I do pumpkin on pumpkin on pumpkin, or pumpkin with the babies? Maybe this to break it up a little bit. I don't know. Too many pumpkins. Maybe. You know what? And maybe this will look okay. Maybe not. I was gonna say if you had your break piece, but I don't know about that. Yeah. Guess I have to make a choice, don't I? Pumpkins or the babies? It's gonna be on the cover. You know what? I think for this one, I guess I'm gonna just do the pumpkin to keep it traditional-esque. That's not a thing, but that's okay. All right. I think so. Okay. So I am going to, I'm gonna rip this. Okay. And then asking self if I should trim this outside thing down a little bit. I mean, it does fit, of course. And maybe that's okay. The rest of it's gonna be all orange, so maybe that's okay. I do wanna do a little bit of inking. Bring out a little inking here. So I've got my, I want to use just the regular distress. Just add a little bit of depth around the edges of this. I'm also going to ink around this piece, but I'll do that with some black and probably at the end at some point. Like a final touches sort of deal. All right, it looks a little less janky. And you add a little bit of inking. It just looks a little less, you know, suspicious. Rip some of these edges off too. And pieces, do a little inking on those as well. Okay. We'll do it like that. And we just need our fabric nibbly bits. So this is just cheesecloth. I bought like a whole, you know, like a pack of it for really cheap. And I want to say I bought that, dang, how long ago was that now? It was quite a while back, a few years, and I'm still using it. So if you're interested, and maybe you don't want to work with like traditional fabrics, you know, but you still want the sort of frayed look, cheesecloth I would say is a good option, and it's easy to work with too. And then we can do that like that, and then still have these little ragglies hanging out, you know? All right, I think that's what we're gonna do. Of course, I'm gonna use my 3-in-1. Just start by putting some down sort of in the middle. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's ink that up a little bit. And okay. All right, and then okay. And then we're just gonna add a little glue in some places. I don't wanna like completely restrict the sort of flailing, you know, this. I don't even know what to call it. I want it to flail a little bit, I guess we can say that. All right, and then we are going to do some, we're gonna do this zone here, which I'm trying to look and see what I did. I think it's just some like fibers and then the butterflies. Oh no, there's a little bit of a trying to think of, there's a little bit of a white circle. Let me see if I can find, here's that. I just have to get a hold, just some scrap paper, and I'm just gonna punch a circle out of it. Oh. Insert. There we go. That'll be that. It's not like I really need to do this, but I'll just do some inking a little bit. Okay. And we're gonna get back to my little piece of cheesecloth here and find some hanging bits and just separate them, remove them from their brethren. All right, let's see. That'll do. I feel like I usually do it here, but part of me is like, do I want to do it over this side because this side doesn't have much going on, or do I want to sort of clean this up? Maybe I'll clean it up. Put the little circle there. And then I feel like we can also run these sort of nibbly dudes. We can have some on the circle, but then run some of them also down this bottom edge. To solve some of the other issues that I thought were there. Okay. And the butterfly. The butterflies are intended to be cut out of these small pieces. So the question is, does it want to be, excuse me, like a neutral looking butterfly? Which I would use like if there's just a lot going on. You know, like I would put something that would contrast it, which actually looks kind of good there. I think this will look too much like what's going on, but we can see. We can also do a bigger one too, maybe. I don't know if it'll fit. Hope I'm on camera. I don't know if I was or not. Maybe. Come on now. Okay. Isn't that pretty though? Ooh, I don't know. That looks really nice. All right, I'm gonna just see if I can get one. This one is gonna be tight. All right. You know, it doesn't have the same pizzazz as this, right? Or do we do like this? I don't know. There's something about that works for me. I was thinking like that, and do we do the bigger one on the other side? Maybe we put another little white dot. Put another white dot back there. Where is that punch? I don't know if this punch is like dying or something. Doesn't always do a good job. Okay. So it's like if this is here, do that there. Maybe we do a little, like a little one. I don't, I would say it's being extra, but I might do it because I think it's gonna look good. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it because otherwise I'll waffle and not make a decision or take too long. We don't want to do that. Okay. And let's see if there's any orange sort of hanging out on this brush. A little bit. It's good, maybe. Put a little. Am I on camera? Am I in the frame? I hope I was. I'm so sorry if I wasn't. Sometimes I. I love that. I think that's so cute. Where'd the babies go? Here the babies are. Let me see if I can. Do 2 toppers at a time just because it helps to be a little bit more efficient sometimes. It's not like it really matters, but. All right, maybe that. Then the babies. What do we think? Where's our cheesecloth? There we go. Let's see here. I think we can just try to cut it right in the middle. And we can, obviously the cheesecloth also sort of pushes the image to the back. I'm just ripping off some of these edges to get our frayed ends. Okay. Okay, and then we're gonna glue the image. Oh, okay. And we still got some nibbly bits hanging out the side, which looks nice, you know. This corner again, the lub just does not get to that corner. All right, now decor. We put our big one here. We could put a little one inside of the big one. Oh, let's do that. I've never done that before, so that'll be fun to try. Okay. Oh. Again, we're gonna ink that just a little bit. And we're gonna put a little dot down. Right, maybe. Maybe there. The butterfly wing should also cover some of that up too. Sometimes some of the detailed stuff gets a little lengthy. We're almost done. You know what I didn't do? Maybe it doesn't need it. I didn't put any nibbly bits underneath that butterfly. What do you think? It hasn't dried yet, so I can. Got some glue excessively there. So just moving that around a little bit. We're just gonna have that butterfly sit on top of the other butterfly. I've never actually stacked butterflies before. Ah, that's cute. All right, that's all she wrote. That's it. So now we have two toppers to pick from. We have like the traditional pumpkin, and then we have the little babies trick-or-treating. Again, so they would like be here or here, or it you know, could also put it inside for some reason, or inside of a signature or something like that. So there we go, toppers for the journal. Next time, what are we gonna do? I don't know. What did I say? Oh yeah, we're gonna put together the storage components inside of the Lapbook itself. So that's gonna be the next video. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like this video, please do click the thumbs up, share your thoughts down in the comment section below, subscribe if we're not already connected here, so you can be notified when I upload new videos. Again, thank you so much for your time, energy, and I look forward to seeing you in an upcoming video. Bye.